Welcome back, guys. This is Gaming with Austin, and today we are on part 5 of Futuristic House Type 3. Today, we're gonna try to finish things off. Das ist gut, wisst ihr? Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a master bed. We're gonna start construction on the master and decoration on the 4th floor. Now let's go towards The truth is, not even spanking your children is enough to stop them from eating so much. It doesn't do anything to stop them from eating too much, because sometimes they're just physically hungry. Like, they feel the physical signs that they are hungry. Sometimes they just feel the physical signs that they are hungry. So it's not... Sometimes they just feel the physical signs that they are hungry. Sometimes it's a physical sign that they are hungry. it's not entirely an emotional sign. Sometimes it's actually a physical sign. Because some people feel that they are constantly, like they are perpetually, some of those people are perpetually hungry. Want to know what can cause that perpetual hunger feeling? There are several theories to this. One of those theories is a rare genetic disorder called Prader-Willi syndrome. Some of those overweight people with hypothyroidism, they're not eating enough as it is. The truth is, they are not eating enough as it is. The truth is, they are not eating enough. They need to eat a lot more, actually. I know some of us don't want to believe me, but having a poor appetite can further make hypothyroidism worse. It can... Sometimes just telling your child no does nothing. In fact, it'll only escalate the problem. Sometimes it can it'll just escalate the problem. Sometimes it'll just escalate the problem. For those people with hypothyroidism, they shouldn't be losing weight. Because being skinny with hypothyroidism can actually make the problem worse. It can actually make the hypothyroidism problem worse. It can actually make the problem worse. If people are left to their own devices, starvation always leads... If untreated, starvation always leads to death. If action's not taken. Even though most of us would call people with hypothyroidism overweight, the truth is, even though they're extremely heavy and have a lot of fat, they are not eating enough to satisfy their physiological needs. Because you want to know what hypothyroidism does to your metabolism? It slows your metabolism down. having that slow metabolism, the metabolic problem only gets worse when you get extremely skinny. Combine that with hypothyroidism, then your health begins to deteriorate very quickly. If people with hypothyroidism were able to help with their weight, they would probably die. Sometimes in my case of anorexia, it's not that I wanted to get extremely thin, it's that I wanted to get extremely lean, in my case. Not all cases of anorexia are centered around being preoccupied with food. Not all cases of anorexia are centered around a desire to be thin. For some anorexics, like myself, some of it is centered around a desire to get extremely lean. Some of it involves a desire to get extremely lean. And sometimes the bodybuilding subculture might actually feel... it might actually be feeling the anorexia epidemic that is going on in guys. Like, for guys who just want to get extremely lean. Because some guys, they think they're not lean enough. They're just not... Some people think they're not lean enough. Some people think they're not lean enough. So it's not just people who don't think they're thin enough for their build, for their bodies. There are people out there who also think they're not lean enough. It's not that, like, at least I'm back to normal now. Like, I'm slowly getting back to normal. It is going to be a slow and steady race for me against time with my eating disorder. Left untreated, starvation always leads to death. Sadly, starvation always leads to death. Left untreated, like, because there are those people out there that end up losing their lives to starvation. Not only from multiple organ failure, but also ketoacidosis. In my case of anorexia, not that I wanted to get extremely thin, it's that I wanted to get super lean. Like, try to go get as lean as possible. Because that's what is expected for bodybuilding. A super lean, super shredded physique. But some people just take it too far. Sometimes simply by literally starving themselves to death. Just to achieve their physique. At least there was early intervention for me. If my anorexia was really bad, like to the point where I ended up going down to like 120 pounds, I'd probably be in the hospital right now. If it wasn't for my mom and my friend. If it wasn't for my mom and my friend, I would have ended up in a hospital. I wouldn't be making gaming videos right now. And instead, I'd be in a hospital. Possibly even a mental institution. Some people, not all cases, there are some cases of anorexia in which people just want to be extremely thin. Most cases are like that. But there are cases in which it's not about being extremely thin. It's about getting as lean as possible. Getting as lean as possible. It's not always about being as thin as you can before your body simply gives up. Sometimes it's just about getting as lean as you can. Sometimes it's just about getting extremely lean. Just like... why some people... Not all people with PWS all of them end up dying very young. Some of them are known to possibly live into their 60s. There are cases of Prader-Willi syndrome in which the patients might actually live a normal lifespan if they're kept in check. Some people think it's a good idea to put their cats on a vegan diet. I see that as a horrible idea. Because cats, as a species, are obligate carnivores. The best thing you should feed... The one food you should always be feeding your cat should be raw meat. They should be fed raw meat. When you get extremely lean, your skin's gonna look like crap. Your bones could become very brittle. Your bones could become extremely brittle. Because you're... Without body fat, enough fat in your body, your bones could deteriorate. Because your body would have trouble absorbing vitamin D3. That is not a water-soluble hormone. No. That is not a water-soluble... It's not a water-soluble vitamin. It is a lipophilic vitamin, which means it's only soluble in fats. Which means, get extremely lean, you're fucked. The fence would be there for safety reasons. If you're wondering why the fence, the question... If you're wondering why I'm adding the fence, this is for safety reasons. This is more for safety reasons. I've had Graves' disease. One thing that could happen when you have Graves' diseases, your workouts are gonna suck. First thing you need to be prescribed Remeron is your workouts are beginning to suck, even though you're eating enough calories and nutrients. That probably means your body is having trouble storing fat. This area right there would probably be used as a diving board. Why not take advantage of it? Why not? The fence is there for safety reasons. What if I told you I do not need a ring? Nope, nope. Good. That's foundation right there. Now back to fencing. Believe. There are some dangers to getting to like 0% body fat. Getting that lean is kind of dangerous. It's not healthy. It's really dangerous. It's to get extremely lean. Nope. Because, you know, having a low fat percentage can actually be really bad for your health. How? Those with a lower fat percentage are actually at a greater risk of malnutrition. And it wasn't a desire to be thin that drove me into it's not always a desire to be thin that drives you into full-on anorexia. It's not just that. Should be good. The reason why that your body's not designed to handle intermittent fasting is because you can only get so lean before your bones begin to deteriorate. You can only get so lean before your bones begin to deteriorate. This is what could happen to you if you get extremely lean. It's not always a desire to be thin that could drive people into full-on anorexia. Sometimes it's just a desire to get extremely lean. Like in the case of Bobby's perspective. Should you... The fence would be there for safety reasons. I'm just rearranging fencing. Like, no, the windows. The first time I heard the song called Beef was from the YouTube channel Vegan Games. That's when I first heard of the song. Like, it's actually the name of the song, Beef. That's when I... I'm going over to manage worlds right now. I'd wish The Sims 4 would add an update that'll allow you to make curved walls. I'm using one of the preloaded Sims for my tour. Listen. Just go to manage worlds. One thing I forgot. I should make this generic, so... Back to what I'm back to what should I do next? Off. Back. Go to manage worlds. Next step. Here we are. Now, let's take a tour of this house. This is the living room. Back to first person mode. When you do the living room in the bathroom, As you see, this is the gym in first person.
So, terrific.
I wonder what it'd be like to have him do a high dive from the pool. But first, this is a bathing room.
Pentium Yanabi.
I'm not used to. Sorry about the weird actions I'm doing. I'm not used to doing this in first person. I'm not used to doing this in first person. Wow. It's all. They're all mirror clones. One another. As you see in first person view, it looks much bigger. II in northern United States, in North America. Look at this.
Tissawi. And I'll pay.
Yeah.
This should be it for the housing tour. As always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. And Joyce. As always, thank you for watching, stay tuned for more. Don't forget to leave a like if you liked this video, dislike if you disliked it, subscribe for more. As always, stay tuned. Don't forget to follow me on social media for more content like this, and as always, cheers!